In my opinion, Thames Valley Police misjudged the handling of a complaint regarding a Facebook comment made in March of this year. From my understanding, the comments appear to have been rude, ill-judged and unpleasant and offensive, but thankfully being rude and causing offence is not a crime. As with all police forces, Thames Valley receives thousands of reports from the public. Some are serious and some are trivial, and the public should rightly expect that each report is considered and determined on its merits. In my view, this complaint should have been screened out earlier, which would have avoided the need for a police officer to attend. To be clear, in this case, no one was arrested and no further action has been taken. I do expect the police to consider the proportionality of their investigations and to make an early assessment as to whether a crime is likely to have been committed. In this case, I believe the force made a mistake. I've spoken to the Chief Constable about this case, the legislation in this area and the difficulties the police face when receiving reports from the public that need to be looked into. I've referred the case to the Professional Standards Department to look into the decision making and handling of this particular case. We have a wider problem in this country, with an increasingly polarised set of views, members of the public choosing to be all too easily offended and keen to report online comments, whilst others relish hiding behind their screens to say things that may be perfectly legal, but which they're unlikely to be willing to say in person. This does put the police in a challenging situation. None of us want the police to ignore complaints, and where a crime has taken place, it needs to be investigated, so they all need to at least have some initial assessment. I will happily criticise the force when I believe mistakes have been made. This is one of those occasions. But it's also important to put this into context. On any given day, including the day of this incident, Thames Valley Police will have attended dozens of domestic abuse cases, dealt with burglaries, shopliftings and assaults. This week, Thames Valley Police also successfully managed the security operation for the state visit of President Trump. This has been a huge operation involving officers from across the country, and I'm grateful to those who worked hard to ensure the safety of all of those attending, including many people who were on the streets of Windsor to protest on a variety of issues. During the operation, 4 people were arrested for malicious communications offences. Those individuals have since been bailed, but the investigation is still ongoing. The case has also caused concern over the right to protest, and I've asked for an update from the Chief Constable, but it would be premature for me to comment further until that case is concluded. Freedom of speech is important, but it is not absolute. We all want to see the police dealing with serious crime in our communities, especially police officers themselves. This is what I see Thames Valley police officers doing day in and day out. But perhaps we would all be a little bit better off if people would think a bit harder about how they make and receive public discourse.